Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday morning, October the 14th, Columbus Day. That really don't mean much to us here at the Case Ranch. Some places are closed, so some people get a day off today, but we don't know nothing about that. We've been working around here this morning, Dakota and I have, trying to get me a water line fixed up. Of course, the water line coming out the side of the house right there is what I'll water my calves out of most of the time, but I needed a water line over to my corral. I thought about putting it underground. I had to do a bunch of digging, and boy, it's rocky around here. You wind up picking up rocks, filling the ditch back in, and filling it back in, and I'd wind up running over it with something heavy and breaking it. So I actually bought me a new hose because my other hose had holes all in it that I used last year, and we fixed this up a PEX line. Now, I know out in the sunlight that might not work as good, but we're fixing it to where it drained out. And so we got PEX line running into the side of the building there, kind of uphill. And we fixed it to where it comes in right there. And it goes uphill down here for about 90 feet. You can still see it's going uphill. We got it tied up every which way to Sunday. And goes uphill all the way up here to a place where we put it in a PVC pipe, and yeah, that's duct tape, but the thing's stuck down about 10 or 15 foot into that PVC pipe that goes out this side of the building and into my water tank right out there. If you listen, you can hear it running right now, maybe even see it. So let's go out there and look. I had run a panel over to my water tank. I kind of thought about having another small pen for calves that were different size. Our calves, we wind up having calves all the way from February to June sometimes. So there'll be some small ones along with what we've got. That's what it looks like on the outside. We may have to put some more supports in it, but I got it to running today. It's the first time we've ever run it, and that I think it'll all drain out so that it won't freeze up. If it does freeze up, it won't bust that PEX, they tell me, but I think the way we set that up, it should all drain out to where every time that we run water from it for them calves or whatever I've got in the corral, we'll be able to unhook that hose and just go from there. It'll drain all out. Won't matter if it's going to freeze or what. It'll be all right. A friend of mine's bought some hay from me. Has been down there moving in. Seen him go by the load already this morning. It's still probably before 9 o'clock, maybe right about 9 o'clock. There's a little tractor my neighbor brought me. 3000 Ford, I think. Clutch is out on it, so we'll bust it in the middle, change it, put the clutch on it. But Scott and I bought a bunch of equipment from a guy, and now that we got it home, I can tell you about it. He got him another tractor. He sold his tractor, done real good on it. It was the one that my dad bought. You may have seen the video on it. Done real good on it. Well, we got this one bought, and it's got a high lift dual loader on it. It's a 170 Alice. We didn't know nothing about it. The thing been sitting a long time, and it was even still hooked on to this Citrix disc mower. A little hard to tell what it is unless you know, but because it's folded up the way we hauled it. But it was hooked onto this Citrix disc mower, and just kind of like they just pulled up there and parked it, and that was the last time they used it. And quit having a use for it, retired, whatever, sold their cows, sold their land, extra land. Now this is kind of strange. Got holes in the fronts of the disc where they've wore from the grass hitting them, but there's still paint on them all over, and the drum still got paint on it. I don't know if it's cut that much hay or not, but it's kind of stuck from setting. Got something a little seized up. Maybe that one right there. Some of them's kind of seized up anyway. really deep dirt over there. A bunch of stuff was setting in places that had been there for years, and water filled up the hole where it was setting when we picked it up out of it. But anyway, we come up with that and a whole bunch of other equipment. I bought this deal. I kind of had been wanting a rotary hoe. I've got a place that I think is a little swampy and the ground's all compacted from being so wet so long. I've got this 3-section John Deere rotary hoe. I don't know, it must be maybe 15 foot. We got this 8300 John Deere grain drill. It does not have fertilizer boxes. It is one big tank on top, even though it's got 2 lids. Probably worked real good for wheat drill. And I think they had it set up so they could drill soybeans with it too, because it's got gauge wheels on every other disc. And we also come up with this Southeast brand angle blade, which is currently stuck at that angle. And that King cutter, I advertised that the other day and I didn't get the second K printed. I must have been pretty tired. I was proofreading it and never caught it. And in the title I advertised it as a King udder. I guess you never know. But a bunch of this stuff for sale. We haven't got a lot of use for some of it. Here's some more of it that's really totally interesting to me. I couldn't come up with a chisel plow 20 years ago when I wanted one. We bought 2 without trying. That's a Glencoe full type 15 shank chisel plow, and then we got a Cross. I've not been able to find another one of these. It's a Kraus, spelled with a K. Cultivator, field cultivator. That thing's got to be 15 foot. And then we come up with this deal right here is a Landau 13 shank 3-point chisel plow. And we got those 2 fuel tanks and that pump with it. And believe it or not, he said that pump had the other side. We couldn't find it. It wasn't laying there. He said he thought it had been run over. And that was all still hooked up. I bet the pump on it's still good. But it's kind of old. It says cents per gallon. That tells you anything. And we also come up with this 1209 John Deere mower conditioner. Pretty much complete. I didn't get the front piece of the shaft to it. If it sits around here long enough, I may work on it. Get it patched up where it's a user, but he had this burn baler. We were just trying to help him clean up a little bit around there too, so he threw it in. I think he's still got a gearbox in it. And there's a few shafts on it that would not be hurt at all. Got slip clutch in there. We didn't get the front part of the shaft for it, but has the tie arms, but I imagine they're all bent up from us working so hard to get it to where it didn't have trees in the middle of it. Yeah, did you see that? There's one that came completely out, but there's 2 elm trees still in there. They were growed plumb out the top of it. The bottom of that one had to been 9 or 10 inches across. But anyway, we got some equipment to try to settle off. Some of it we're going to keep, maybe use, I don't know. So we've been busy hauling that the last couple of days, and I try not to take pictures of me breaking any laws. Some of them pieces of equipment like this Glencoe, it's wider, or almost as wide as what it was long. So I think I'll go out here and drive around them and see if I can count them. Got Dakota to feed my cows. I don't believe he got all of them to come in. They've been wanting to follow me pretty good. I don't believe he put any corn in the last feeder either. Well, you ain't hardly get any of the calves. He didn't wait very long. time enough to get up in here. I don't believe he did it. Either that or half of them are over there with my heifers now. No, here they come. Maybe they'll follow us up in there. Still more by cows. Sup, sup, sup. Skipper, skipper, skipper. Sup, sup, sup. Guess I'll have to go back and count them later in the day today. Anyway, I got a phone call. I'll catch y'all later on the next video. On to the next one.